I forget when I promised this, but a long time ago, or maybe not that long ago, I did promise we would try the worst possible rando again, aka Anguish preset. This hard codes the randomizer to be the worst possible relic locations. And also, I'm max level 1. I cannot gain experience and level up. So this is basically going to be the worst thing to ever exist ever. So let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go. I love suffering. This has the spellbound restrictions as well, so we can't use spells until we find them. So that's fun. How bad could it be? And if you're watching this on YouTube, strap yourselves in. It's going to be a long one. I promise you that. Oh, I actually want the extra 5 MP no matter what. I'm hard stuck at level 1, and I cannot gain extra MP. This 5 extra MP is what I need for the rest of the run, so I need to make sure I keep this cross. Don't worry, Richter is green for an amazing reason. Whatever, man. Okay, the minus 5 HP doesn't matter because life max-ups exist. MP max-ups do not exist. So I made this as restrictive as possible. I also even removed some of the quality of life settings. For example, anti-freeze is not on, magic vessels is not on, fast warps is not on, guarantee drops, none of that stuff. I also turned off the free relic in the shop, so I have to pay for the relic, which means I need money, which means I might need to farm money. Mystic Pendant's interesting. Ice Brand is also pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. Could be worse. Oh wait, we're losing all this stuff because of death. Death's gonna take away all of our stuff. Never mind. Jesus, dude, are you okay? I promised you guys... I don't even think this was a sub goal. I think this was just something I said on stream. That I was gonna do this, so... I am nothing if not a man of my word. Whoa! Life Apple, unironically, could be quite huge if we find the, very familiar. So yeah, we're stuck at level 1. And, it's just gonna be the worst thing ever. Yep, and bye-bye all my starting gear. Imagine if the shop relic is cube. It is what it is. Look, Symphony of the Night as a video game is not technically difficult for the most part. This is one way to both make it agonizing and difficult. So, oh, never mind. This is an easy game. What are you complaining about, streamer? What's wrong? You got the best sword in the game. It's not the best sword in the game, but it's pretty darn good. Okay. Could be way worse. So I guess theoretically, if you removed all enemy drops, it would make the rando slightly worse, and then you'd also have to figure out a way to remove all the good items. Then it would be truly the worst thing ever. But it is what it is. I'm going to do extra item checks because I'm going to be so real. This is not going to be a fast rando. Like, I'll try and speedrun it, but like... speedrunning a thing like this is more a vibe than it is actually speedrunning, you know what I mean? So the extra items theoretically could come in handy. But I guess until then, how's it going, everybody? If you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It is free ways to click a button, and all of a sudden, the YouTube algorithm is happy with me. And I receive material rewards for you doing so. There's a reason why every YouTuber and their grandma says to click all the buttons, because it's a weird system where clicking a button turns into monetary and other rewards. Oh yeah, I don't have Summon Spirit or Tetra Spirit. I have no spells. Huh. I wonder if it would be possible to beat the game at level 1 while poisoned the entire time. New challenge run idea? I'm gonna figure that one out. It's not a bad idea. Also, can you be inflicted with multiple status effects at the same time? Like, can I be cursed and poisoned at the same time? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I need to check these items. It's been a long time since I think I've received both. I imagine you can, right? Those are the only two lingering status effects in this game. I don't know why I'm asking as if I don't know the answer is yeah. But, like, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I'm, like, forgetting. Because stone, you get over. Oh? Hey, Power of Wolf. We got a relic. Nice. Oh my god. Skill of Wolf? I thought this was supposed to be a difficult randomizer. Surely our next one is going to be Wolf. That's a lot of checks. Oh, I forgot the sunglasses. Gosh darn it. I'm going to have to go back for that. That's a bit of a time loss. All right, let's go do that real quick. Wolf behind Galamoth. No. To be fair, we don't have a lot of MP to take advantage of the wolf anyways, so it's fine. No, this is glitchless logic. The way the randomizer is set up, it's the longest possible... Oh, I'm dumb. Chain of relics. And you can't skip any of the steps without glitches. And I will not be using glitches for this. The intended way to play it is to suffer. This is a randomizer preset that exists purely as a means of suffering. It was just a strength potion. What's our max MP for the entire run? 30. If I didn't pick up the cross during the prologue, it would have been 25. Why do I want to suffer? I just said I would do this. Also, it's not that bad. You guys are acting like I'm committing some sort of graphic self-inflicted harm on stream. That's not what's happening. I'm just playing a video game. You guys are freaking out over nothing. We've only been playing for 7 minutes. We already found two relics. Mist requires 20. Technically, it requires 21. People could think of that because of the all caps worst title. I can't. It's not my fault that you assume that the worst possible rando seed is equivalent to physical and mental self-harm. It's a video game. I don't... You guys are acting like I'm doing something insane. Like, I'm doing some fucking Mr. Beast challenge where if I fail, my leg gets cut off. I'm just playing a video game, and at any point, if I'm not having fun, I could just stop. It's not that serious. It's also a video game that I play, like, every day. This man's insane. He's being institutionalized. He decided to play a video game this afternoon in a way that is more difficult than normal. It's not that kind of challenge. No, I get to keep my legs. I don't know... That part's not in the title, but just to be 100% clear, I do get to keep my legs. If you were only here to watch me losing my legs, sorry, that's going to be a different stream. And also, these are just settings that anyone can generate. It's not like I'm doing some evil secret magic to create anything absolutely awful. Doing the 100% bestiary goal? No, not until that gets implemented into the rando. If the randomizer had a win condition of completing the bestiary, you know I'd be doing it right now. They never fixed the time limit? What do you mean time limit? I'm unaware of any sort of time limit. Needs a Super Metroid escape sequence too. I've been saying, Soden with an escape sequence would go crazy. How's it going, Prob? Would this be pretty much equivalent to max settings? No. These settings are hard-coded to be the worst possible chain of relics. This means that we are doing the maximum number of steps possible to complete the game. So it's not max settings, because max settings does not hard-code a specific number of steps, necessarily. It just means that anything that can be random is. This is another step on top of that, where not only are all of the possible randomizer settings on, actually technically not true. Some randomizer settings are not on. This is just guaranteeing the maximum number of steps. Ooh, money. I'll take it. Right before the shop. Could be worse. Well, that's where the escape ends. Viral. The escape ends at the telescope. Imagine you have to go down here and then there's just a giant hole in the wall blown out. I guess while we're down here doing the relic check, might as well check in our boy. Come on, fish. One fish. That's fine. Could be worse. The legendary quadruple fish will maybe happen one day. Whoa. Maybe someday. Can I check this item from here? I don't think so, yeah. Not with this sword. Yeah, I guess theoretically, we could devise worse settings by removing enemy... Well, can you actually remove enemy drops using the randomizer settings? Like, just remove them entirely, or just remove the randomization? I don't think you can remove them entirely using randomizer settings. I'll grab the life max up. Might as well. We should grab these two. You never know, we might find a sub-weapon. Technically, in CLI, you can remove drops altogether, but not on the web version. Gotcha. That's what I figured, yeah. I'm using the web version because I'm a baby. Can we start petitioning for you to bring back Chaos? Well, not until you spell it correctly, first of all. Second of all, I don't think it works. Chaos hasn't been updated in, like, well over a year. And if Twitch did anything on their backend to change anything, it'll just be broken. So I don't even know if it works. Oh, shit, I forgot about that dumb shit. Oh, fuck. One of the relics is the castle key, which unlocks the teleporters. Chaos is chaos. You also spelled it incorrectly, Seto. It's fine. I only did it like once a week for like 2.5 years. But to be fair, I haven't done it in a long time, so it's nobody's fault that they don't remember how it's spelled. Yeah, it's KH AOS. It's just chaos with the C changed with a K. There's also no castle key, you just get no warp rooms. Oh, that's evil. I don't remember that. Absolutely dastardly. Walk armor. Unironically, I probably should just put it on. Just give myself any amount of benefit while I am able to. I was in a dark place. You said, what if I make it terrible? And to be fair, how many anguish seeds do you think have been generated lifetime? Like 12? I can find out. Probably not that much. It is called Anguish? Yeah, I know. Hey, this is a product that has the stamp of approval of the Randomizer development team. So surely, if they put it on their website, it means that they support people generating it and playing it and having fun by doing so. They would never hurt me. The Randomizer team would never hurt me. They want me to have fun playing my favorite game. Ooh, Kingstone. Yeah, we want to go for Kingstone here. Probably.
Thank you.
We're never coming back, are we? I can get some elixirs, though, just in case.
Farewell for now.
I probably should have bought a shield, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, wait. Just kidding. I have one. Okay, we're good. Sorry, the randomizer is so evil, it's causing me to also develop dementia. I'm sorry for dipping out earlier, but I'm back now. Well, you better be sorry. How dare you not keep your eyes glued to the stream 24/7. I actually, anytime you open the stream, what happens is it creates a virus where it'll use your webcam to determine whether or not you are looking at the screen, and if you're not, it sends a drone to your house to AC-130 that shit. All we can do is go to the caverns. All right, let's go. Actually, that's not true. We can go to the caverns, or we can go through Chapel. And I have a feeling that Chapel is what it actually wants me to do, because it's more annoying. Got to see you live at SGDQ last week. Amazing. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed. Yeah, the SGDQ run was a lot of fun. I appreciate that, Sir Mike. Now, here's the real question. We can't get teleporters. So, is there even a downside to doing save splits like this? I don't think so. We're not going to lose progress if we have to save split this whole section away. So... Will I be considering glitches for this run? No. I'm playing it as intended. Whee. Alright. I should be able to damage boost up the ledge, I'm pretty sure. Have I pre-ordered the new Castlevania game? I do not pre-order games on principle, so no. It's a digital game. They're not going to run out. They will not run out of stock, I promise you. Do I have to face the other direction? I forget how this shit works. I think so. I think it's still a 50-50, right? Needed to be higher. There we go. Silly trick. But tricks are indeed for kids. Whoa! Yeah, I think I'm at the point now where I'm going to intentionally not spoil myself on any more stuff from the game. We've already seen quite a bit. But that's just me personally. So I'm not watching any of the new stuff that's coming out about it. how many more? There we go. I believe it's October 15th is the intended release date, but I could be wrong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. There we go. All right. And our reward is nothing.
Continued up to this day is because we have an ass that won't quit.
Thank you, Chag. I appreciate the 14 months. Ah, the gargoyle! At least it was cool. Ah. Bro, doing this shit with no relics is annoying as all hell. At least we have a really, really good sword for this annoying shit. There we go. All right. Show me what you got. We got nothing. All right, well, I'll take the life max up. Imagine if there was a way to de-rust the red rust. That is some shit that could be interesting. Yeah, you go on a quest to find the rust remover. And then once you finally do, the red rust is like just like a below average sword that does like less damage than like Ice Brand or something. All right, so if there are no teleporters, there's no reason to go out of my way to try and grab it. Wait. Did that empty hand replace a library card? That's what I was worried about. I think the answer is yes. I had a feeling library cards were removed. Well, it is what it is. So, is there a reason to save split here instead? What did we get for any of this? Nothing? Really? And we get one check for all of this? Because I can't do any of the other item checks other than leaps. Well, I can do the ones in the chapel at least. And then loop back to Alchemy Lab and then go to Caverns from there. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I'm just really thinking if I can do anything here. And I don't think the answer is yes. I think the answer is no. We have to do Leapstone and go from there. What keeps the castle keeps? Well, it's like who buffaloes the buffalo, you know what I mean? Or who polices the police? The police? But then who polices the police? The police? Fuck, there is a relic here. All right, turn around. Bad Lear's cousin, okay, Lear. Yeah. They really just made a sword that summoned explosions. And honestly, I love them for that. This shit's so useful. Just lingering hitbox for days. Alright, what do we get? Gravity boots? What the fuck? Bro, if I got a thrust sword out of logic, I'm gonna guess thrust swords were removed, actually. If you didn't remove thrust swords, then Eldritch, you from 2025, done messed up. I'm going to assume you did. Because there's no way you allow gravity boots. Oh, I should check this since I can now. And I'm already here. Yeah, I'm going to assume you removed them. Because if I do find a thrust sword, yeah, there's a heart here, which means an item was removed. I'm going to assume it's thrust swords. How have I been? I'm doing all right. Hope you guys are all enjoying your afternoon. Whoa. Terminus, sure. Duplicator, library card, heart refresh, shield rod, Malblanc, S-Stock, Claymore, Flamebird, Obsidian. So it makes sense. You would remove all of those. Also, I think this is just... Oh, it's not better. Huh. I guess if I don't want to get stoned, it's better, but it's fine. Not enjoying the smog. Listen, just because the outdoors looks like Satan himself is entered the waking world that we inhabit, doesn't mean you can't have fun.
That didn't count. You're smoking my penis right now.
Just simply don't go outside. Oh, so do the thing I always do? Got it. Thank you, Simon. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're not allowed to eat food because you'll get the world's most horrific parasite, and you're not allowed to breathe air. So, very normal stuff. Very normal stuff for our society, in my opinion. What a bunch of complainers. That's what I'm saying. Is water still legal? Well, depends. Are you an AI data center? Because then the answer is yes. You can get as much water as you want, actually. Anyways, since we're talking about suffering, let's talk about the suffering that's unrelated to the real world.
Why am I inside the rhino's ass?
Yo, Basil Brush, thank you very much for the 14 months. I want the apple! I'm hungry! Surely there's no parasites in this. Looking forward to the new Castlevania. I'm excited. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think the team working on it has a good track record. I think the art style is cool. I think for the most part, I'm excited to see how they interpret a Castlevania, Metroidvania style game in the modern era. Like, what modern gameplay stuff are they going to add to it? I mean, worst case scenario, the game is mid and we can go, well, at least we have a new Castlevania game. I don't know. I'm excited for the new Bloodstained. Dude, you and like 7 people are going crazy for the new Bloodstained. I joke, I kid. A lot of people really like Bloodstained. I thought it was just okay. Like above average, solid quality, but one of Igarashi's weaker titles as far as creating a concise experience. Igarashi has never been great at making concise experiences, don't get me wrong. I feel like Bloodstained was him saying, fuck it, everything's in the game. And not in a good way, in my opinion. I think the game could have used some more, Ooh, Tetris Spirit, let's fucking go! Huge! Take that, nerd! We can use spells now. It's fucking over. Hell yeah. It needed pixel art. It didn't need pixel art. It needed more time in the oven to create a cohesive art style that worked for the 2.5D thing that they were going for. And they tried. They really did. It's just, I think the dev team did not have the resources, or specifically the art team did not have the time and resources to create the thing that should have been at the quality. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. Some people don't mind the art style. Some people don't mind the way the game looks or feels. I think the gameplay generally is good, but it's also not reinventing the wheel necessarily. It just feels like the greatest hits of Igarashi's previous ideas, but in a somewhat messy, unpolished form. Which, again, is not bad. It's just... Hello? Gravity jump? Thank you. Yo, high potion. Why is there a high potion here? Is that in logic? Why would a high potion be in a relic location? Very strange. Very strange, very strange. What about the Y potion?
Kill me! Kill me!
Yeah.
I yearn for the sweet release of death.
So true. What up, Rabu? Thank you very much for the 61 months. 69 any day now. Let me go back to castle entrance because I'm close. Since we don't get access to teleporters, I think I definitely want to go this way. I can do forbidden route as well. Yeah, I'm going to do forbidden route after doing the entrance check. It's one item, but like, I don't know. What makes it the worst seed? Anguish is a randomizer preset that hard codes the relic locations to be in the worst possible locations. AKA maximum number of steps in order to complete the seed. So this is a 14 complexity seed. And it's hard coded to be 14 complexity. I'm just going to open this while I'm here. That's a relatively tight gravity jump to make. Yeah, this is going to be a long one. Yeah, no warps. A lot of the good items are deleted. Like, duplicator's gone, library cards are gone. All of the warp rooms are deactivated, so you have to manually move everywhere. The only thing that's been nice about this seed is that we found Marcel early. So we haven't been struggling to kill things. Which is nice. Honestly, that would have been the worst case scenario. If we were just punching everything to death. Oh yeah, also all of the spells are locked behind the familiar cards. Well, this was nothing. You know what? Maybe there's a world where I want this. I think you have to like get like a sub-pixel thing to get up there. I forget how it works. Because I know you can get up there with one gravity jump, right? Ah, whatever. I give up. The shield might help. I don't know if the shield hitbox stuff matters for diagonal gravity jumps, but I'm not sure. Why don't you big toss off of the Axe Knights in the Marble Gallery? Why don't I big toss off the Axe Knights in the Marble Gallery? The green Axe Knights? I don't think you can. Yes, this is mixed with Spellbound. I'm fairly certain you cannot. The green Axe Knights do not have a move that will big toss you. Blue Axe Knights, I believe, can because they have the overhead swing. But the green Axe Knights do not have access to that move, so therefore they can't big toss you. Although, if the green Axe Knights could big toss you, that would be probably some time save for sure. The problem is it would lower your HP, and I don't know how much HP you need for the run at that point. Like, would you get enough HP back from level ups where you won't die to certain stuff? I don't know. Because it's very finicky, the way the HP is routed currently in any percent. Where, like, you can take a couple of hits, but there are certain hits you cannot take, because then you cannot, what's it called? Survive the big toss off of the flea armors in the library. Or you might not be able to do the damage boost off of the harpies in the clock tower. Both of which are pretty important and save a decent amount of time. The flea armor big toss is random whether it happens or not. The harpy one is guaranteed, so. Yo, Alucard shield. We just need a shield rod, guys. Maybe the seed is bugged, and I'll find one. Yeah, we're seeing Forbidden Route. I mean, it's a Forbidden Rando, so of course we're seeing the Forbidden Route. But yeah, I'm fairly certain that these guys do not have a move that can big toss you. All they do is walk back and forth and then throw the axe. And the axe itself, I don't think does enough damage to big toss you. Although I don't think I tested it. This is something that I probably should test at some point. Because there is maybe a world where I just overlooked that fact that maybe I can get big tossed there. That would be quite incredible if that was the case. But then we would have to check on some routing stuff for sure. Like if I could somehow land a big toss that gets me past these two flea men that also... No, I have to kill those flea men. I also have to kill the Axe Knights, actually. So we would have to figure out a different experience route. Although if we do it the right way, maybe we can skip enemies so we can kill the blue Axe Knights on the way to Doppelganger, which would also be faster. I don't know. But this is all contingent on the big toss even working in the first place, so... Either way. It is something to think about. If for some reason we can big toss off of those guys, that's awesome. And kind of crazy that I overlooked that. But I think the route could be rerouted to allow for that big toss. And each big toss saves a decent chunk of time if you're able to route them in properly. The only other big toss you can theoretically do is off of a Diplo, I think. But I think we might be too high of a level for that one. Oh, I have Summon Spear, which means I can actually get up here. I don't know if this is in logic or not. But I think if I didn't have a spell, I wouldn't be able to check this. Am I considering races after this? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Probably not, to be honest with you. This is going to take like 3.5 hours. The symbols on the tracker refer to different spells. Because you have to unlock the spells in this rando. Ow. Turns out gun does a lot of damage. Well, it's not high enough. That'd be cool if you could do a single gravity jump there and make it, but I'm gonna save. I'd probably just kill Minotaur and Werewolf here. Drop down, do the blood cloak check. Oh wait, no, I need to check the frickin' T, I think that's what it's called. Whatever item this is. Yep, I almost forgot. Gas cloud, huge. We needed that. I mean, the Glock might not kill the half vampire who's attacking you, but it might do 32 damage, which is quite a bit. What's the best item to find now? There's not much, to be honest with you. We're just looking for relics. Yeah, I guess Chrysogram would be it. If I'm allowed to have that. Apparently I am. All right, we'll check this, and that's Coliseum cleared. Cool. So next up, we can go to Library. I have a feeling that Library is where it wants us to go. We have access to stuff in caverns as well. Does this assume the bridge break is possible? Or the bridge break, I believe, might be removed, actually. Because I remember at one point, I think the bridge break is removed. Yeah. The bridge break is removed. I remember that being a thing. So we can't go to Catacombs. Gravity Boots hasn't found us a relic yet. So because I know the seed has to be linear, and we've checked everything, after finding Gravity Boots, it has to be at Fairy Card or in the library, I think. So we can just go straight there. Yeah, I remember the clip. What up, Raving? How's it going? I'm doing all right. Yeah, I do think we can metagame this a little bit. Because we know if we find a relic, we have to go to the next location that gets unlocked by that relic. So, like, we could also metagame what the next relic should be in theory, and I think it's going to be... What? Can't be Gas Cloud, because the rando would not give us Out of Logic Flight. It can't be Holy Glasses. I think it has to be Leapstone. Or Cube, yeah. Cube of Zoe or Leapstone, actually, yeah. And Cube of Zoe is the worst one to get, so it's going to be Cube of Zoe. Because I don't think there's anything else. Or Merman Statue, actually. So it's Merman Statue, Cube, or Leapstone, and most likely it's Cube. It's going to be Cube into Merman, I think. I already broke the seed by doing Zero Relic Keep. Oh. But Zero Relic Keep is... I had Jewel of Open at that point, so I didn't break the seed, Eldritch. Oh, wait, no, I did, because what did I find? Where did I find Gravity Boots? No, I found Gravity Boots at Leapstone. No, yeah, it's fine. This is intended. I didn't find anything else in the other areas of... Yeah, we're fine. I assumed that this accounted for Zero Relic Keep for some reason. You guys want to check under the librarian's butt for fun? Although I think we can only get the first item. I always forget how the librarian thing works, even though it's been told to me before. I forget if you have to do aerial gravity jumps to get more than one item. Because I know it always gives you the life max up first. I just don't remember if this would give me a chance to get the items or not. There's two different counters, one for overall jumps, one for aerials. Oh. So is the aerial jumps just the thing it's counting? Or I don't know. Whatever. Each leads to a different item. What? Okay, I don't remember that ever being a thing last time it was explained to me. I imagine it's been decomped, so we know exactly how it works. And I'll just trust you implicitly, even though... Oh, thank God, a potion. Exactly what I needed. Yeah, Igarashi was smoking some reefer. They were all smoking reefer when they made this shit, bro. They were smoking that good shit, too. Go, my Tetris spirit. Nice. Smoking straight uranium, yep. That shit was nuclear for sure. Alright, show me the item. Nope. So it's behind Lesser Demon then? I think it has to be. Which also makes sense. That is the most annoying spot for it to be in. Huge. Arcana and Tunic need aerial jumps. And Tunic is also locked by Saving Richter. Is it Saving Richter or entering the second castle? I'm going to trust that it's Saving Richter since that's what you put in there, but I always thought it was just entering the second castle. It's Saving Richter. Interesting. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Okay, now I'm completely lost. What? Is there another gravity boot check I can do? Like in the caverns, maybe? I guess not. I guess it's just caverns then. Top of clock room. I don't think that's the answer, considering I can only gravity jump once. Coliseum. We already full cleared Coliseum. Hope to see more soon. Thank you. I'm going to get back to the retro achievements eventually. Don't worry. It's one of those things that's on hiatus, mostly because I don't know enough about Circle of the Moon, and I'm worried I'm going to boot up the game and just wander around aimlessly, but that's going to happen. I just have to accept that. I just have to be in the right mental space to, like, play more casually, I guess. GDQ kind of got me back on the whole, like, hardcore speedrunning mindset. And now that I'm back from GDQ, I'm kind of warming up. Funny enough, warming up into doing more casual stuff. And I see retro achievements as kind of like near peak casual gameplay at that point. Did I do a la carte? I cannot.
Castle keep above the save room is in logic.
Castle keep above the save room is in logic. I've already done that. Wait. Yeah, I've already done that. I'm getting backseated by everybody and they're all wrong. That's crazy. Even my own moderators are letting me down. Let me front seat. Here you go. Take the controller, Fran. This is yours. This was destined to you 10,000 years ago. What do you mean moderators plural? Oh, sorry, my bad. Oops. Some of us are memeing. No, you're just wrong and then being called out for being wrong, and then you're doing the thing that all people on the internet love to do, which is say, actually, I was just joking. Ha ha ha. I would never be wrong. No, if I'm wrong, it's actually on purpose for a joke, you see. You simply don't understand my wicked sense of humor. No, it's fine. I'm not mad. I don't really care, all things considered. Well, I just got here. That's the most common skipped location. Well, you know what I don't do crazy? Is show up at the nuclear science parade, or what's the word I'm thinking of? Not parade, fucking nuclear science convention, and walk into a conference halfway through and say, did you consider maybe smashing the atoms together really hard? No, it's a parade now, actually. Did I check the stairs in chapel? Yes. Here, would you like to stare at the map? Take a screenshot. This one's for crazy. Crazies, take a screenshot and then start backseating while looking at the screenshot. Please and thank you. Everybody else, you can continue backseating as normal. Okay, I did make it. I was going to say. So we don't really have access to a lot here. I'm trying to think. Gravity Boots has to be part of the chain. What item gets unlocked in caverns by just Gravity Boots? I thought you designed this so I couldn't skip complexity. Oh, thank God. Hold on, we need this. Now that I'm taller, surely I'll be able to reach more places. Huh. I can, others probably can't. So what I'm hearing is you need to make an updated Anguish. Call it fucking disaster preset 2026, where you remove all possible cheese and logic breaking. You have failed? It's okay. I just failed that quick grab, so we're all the same, really. This one, however, also failed. No, there's no way that you could just do that and it breaks logic. Surely that's not... The next relic is behind the secret fairy boss. Of course, of course. To be fair, arbitrary code execution is one of those things that I probably should learn at some point. The only problem is that the only person who actively understands how arbitrary code execution works communicates in a way that is incomprehensible to my brain. So for that reason, I don't think I could ever truly learn it. It's not like I can go hit up Narcissa and be like, yo, how'd you do that shit 10 years ago? She's just going to be like, first of all, why are you talking to me? Second of all, fucking go talk to Sockfolder. Okay, so this is definitely out of logic. So, like... Didn't you manually place these? This was the best you could come up with? Okay. I'm trying to think what the actual intended logic was then. Unless that is logical, but now I have out of logic flight, so I don't think that is. Last time I played Anguish, it was Holy Symbol was at Merman, which led to Wolf. What? Alright, well. Okie doke. We broke the hardest randomizer ever. Let's freaking go, gamers. Oh my god, that could be a library card, guys. We have to go back for it. Yeah, we need to make a new one, Eldritch. We need one that's more evil. I understand why you decided to update Agonizer. Because it needed to be more evil. And I now realize this also needs to be more evil. I think the next one, we need to implement speedrun logic. So that way, like, the dive kicks and shit are in logic. And truly make it evil. Just restrict everything. Did I what gravity boot check did I forget? I didn't forget one. So now I'm just confused what the seed wanted me to do. Unless it's here? But this isn't gravity boots locked. So confused. Just remove dive kicks and remove the ability for multiple gravity jumps without leap stone. Yeah, you could hard mod the game to be more evil than it normally is. You've already done that in some regards. Yeah, you could make the water damage infinity, so if you touch the water, you instantly drown. That's a funny change, for sure. Walk armor, my ride or die. I mean, at this point, we don't really, you know. Spellbound 2 is going to be a war crime. Oh my god. If Spellbound is so bad, why isn't there a Spellbound 2? Yo, what up, crime bastard? Me when I do crime. Frog beats dog. Yeah, it's the classic rock, paper, scissors. Nice cape. It's pretty nice. The problem with it, though, actually, now that I think about it, is it's not reverse enough. There we go. I do kind of like it the regular way better. Oh, just bridge break, guys. Oh, I need normal cape, then bridge break. Damn it. They thought of everything. I was gonna say, that's not locked by gravity jump. I don't think these items are locked by gravity jump. Yeah, it's dark armor. Pineapple. I mean, I have out of logic flight now. Which means it wants me to... Oh, well, to be fair, Wolf, Skill of Wolf, Power of Wolf is there to tell you to go to the catacombs. So the only thing I can think of is that this is somehow the next step, but this doesn't require gravity boots. Yeah, I'm just highly confused what gravity boots was supposed to unlock. Because I'm pretty sure every progression item is supposed to be something in logic. Gravity boots wasn't in the chain? What? You're telling me this is 14 complexity and you didn't find a way to make gravity boots in the chain? By itself? I guess I would need to look at the options to maximize complexity, but... I guess this does technically maximize complexity at the cost of it being cheesable by just having a potion. Interesting. I'm not, like, criticizing it. I'm just confused is all. But it makes sense. You made this, like, what? Nearly a year ago? I imagine if you had a second crack at it, you would probably do some things differently. Because stone or gravity boots could be at leap stone location. Wait, what? You could have it locked behind a random drop from an enemy? Listen, alright? We're not doing Bounty Hunter again, okay? Stop trying to make Bounty Hunter a thing. Should I be concerned? Bro, this guy can't even do anything right. This is probably the most broken the game has ever been. Jewel of Open into J into Wolf shit into Leapstone plus gravity boots. I just find it interesting that you couldn't make gravity boots on its own a step. Like, wouldn't it technically be a higher complexity if gravity boots led to Merman Statue? Right? Gravity boots with almost anything is flight? Yeah, but I already have gravity boots. So it's just, you just have a random chance, like a 50-50 chance that gravity boots is available at Leapstone location, and therefore You have a 50-50 chance of having a seed that is just broken. Would it not just be easier to hard code that to be Leapstone then? And then have Merman Statue be at Holy,
Good luck with the runs.
what's it called? Holy Mail? Because I think Holy Mail is in logic with just Leapstone. Thank you, Morden. Or something like that. Appreciate the tier 3. Don't worry. With our twisted, evil minds put together, we can create something absolutely devious. You have to kill the bats? Yeah. I think that's just in logic, though. I think the bat dive kick is in logic. Because the bats are always there. And they spawn in the same spot, and they spawn in a way that allows you to dive kick off of them. But I could be wrong. If anything, you could maybe find a different location that's Leafstone locked that you could use instead. Nothing! My favorite. I could also do Spike Breaker out of logic. I doubt there's anything at Spike Breaker, but... What am I doing opening a warp as if any of that shit matters? The reason I chose it is because Gravity Boots does not grant access to the catacombs. I guess, yeah, you're right. Gravity Boots on their own does not grant access to the catacombs. Yeah, I'd have to sit down with, like, a pen and paper or, like, a Microsoft Paint or some shit and, like, map it out. Because that is actually a problem, yeah. So, no, that makes sense then why you did it the way that you did. Yo, is that a diamond? We're rich. We do not have a lot of MP, so we need to be careful here. I should have a couple of elixirs. Yeah. Okay. Also, do I have Ghost card and Sword card? Okay. Using other relics, increasing the complexity. No save. Did I not actually hard save? I thought I did. I don't know. I'm not really paying attention. But I should hard save. I don't think you did. I'm not sure. You know what? I don't remember either. Let's just double check. A little bit of time loss on our already 1 hour speed run with 0 Vlad relics. It's fine. I think this is still faster because I should be able to regen my MP.
I ain't gonna let a robot determine whether or not I jizz.
Lactive, thank you very much for the 8 months. I appreciate you. Okay. Let me actually put the... I guess this on. Yeah, I guess. Tried to clip the bridge scenario for like 3 solid minutes. Oh no. Okay. Let's get our MP back. Do this. Do this. Land in the right spot. Wait for our MP again.
I ain't gonna let a robot determine whether or not I jizz.
2 in a row? Thank you, Raving Rafters. That's pretty rare. We have like 80 options.
It's not cocaine.
Okay.
It's
Not the legendary
seeds.
triple.
It's cum. Everybody knows this. We're just
Imagine-
arguing about facts of reality at this point, and I can't take it.
Am I mentally ready for this? Let's find out. Okay. I'm not mentally ready for this. Oops. Yep, and I do not have enough MP to proceed. All right, well. And now we wait and try again. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong with the wolf. Am I canceling the wolf transformation too early, I guess? I must be. I thought you had to just wait for the wolf's mouth to close and then you can untransform. That was my visual cue from before, from what I remember, but I must be doing it wrong. For whatever reason, this is just like the hardest thing to remember how to do properly. It shouldn't be. It's honestly a skill issue. I'm not gonna lie, it's a skill issue. Yeah, it's like I'm in the wrong spot. I'm just gonna reset. Yeah. I used a lot of my potions there. So is it earlier then? Am I canceling too late then? That must be it. Also, I shouldn't be using my mana for this. Also, this is going to be nothing. I'm just pointing that out now. I don't think there's going to be a relic there, but I just want to do it just to do it. Whoa. Yeah, it's tough to get up there at level 1 since I don't have that many summon spirits I can do. Just wait for the MP. Wait for the MP again. While I'm here, go ahead and put on the elixir. Do a quick little speed up just to make this a little faster. That time I did do it right, and I didn't get the elixir out. I'm pressing the button! What do you mean? I was pressing the button. Alright, let's try again. I was pressing the button to get the elixir to come out. I guess I was just late. But yeah, you want to do it earlier. I think I'm too late here. No, I'm here. Alright, that's not too bad. Realistically, I should have gotten that first try, but your boy is bad at the game. What can I say? Dark Wolf uses the shield rod normally because you get it for free when playing. It comes free with your Xbox when you play Lycanthrope. So for that reason, that's why it's used. Woo. There is something here? It is Cube of Zoe. Ah. Nice. You didn't get a shield rod with your Xbox? You gotta complain to Microsoft for that, bro. Alright, time to figure out where there's probably exactly one stopwatch somewhere, if I had to guess. Also, are the, what's them called? The Axe Knights hard-coded to not give you, Hello? Hard-coded to not give you, stopwatches, or no? Because then you could also just get a seed. They can just drop it? Honestly, I would just remove their drop table then, just to be safe. I know it's extra work, but... Because realistically, if you want Cube of Zoe to be part of the complexity chain, you can't really let, especially how deep it is in the complexity chain here, you don't want people just cheesing that. What would the worst spot for the stopwatch to be? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna break every candle and hope for the best. Yo, $400 a candle? Infinite money glitch? Whoa. I mean, we'll find it eventually. Copium. Oh yeah, I forgot I could use the explosion to break open stuff as well. Yo, was that Firebrand? Let's fucking go. A second castle stopwatch. I don't know if that would... I guess it could work in logic if glasses is beforehand. Otherwise, you're just soft locking people or whatever, but... Aria feels much harder than Soten. Aria is a harder video game than Soten, yes. Symphony of the Night is a video game that was designed intentionally to be technically easy for many reasons. There's a lot of ways to cheese the game to become overpowered, and the game itself does not present you with situations that are that difficult most of the time. Every once in a while, it'll throw you a loop, for sure. Casually. But for the most part, it's not. Aria is asking you to do harder stuff on a more regular basis. Just from like a numbers perspective, the damage values are higher and stuff like that. Generally in Aria. This is Leapstone. Okay, well now we have Intended Flight, which is cool. Not bad. An hour and 12 in, and we finally have flight. And we also skipped a step in order to do it, so. Oh. But to be fair, we ended up grabbing the relic anyways, so we didn't really skip that much. We just got the relics in a slightly more efficient manner. Actually, a pretty big difference in efficiency, since I'd have to backtrack through the waterfall area. Otherwise. You know what we should do? We should make a... I might not make like an Agonizer rando seed, but I might make a puzzle rando seed. I think that'd be fun. I have an idea for some interesting puzzles. Oh yeah, there's no warp here. Because there's some interesting mechanics that you can use to like gate people in fun ways. Seeing the warps off is so cursed. It's pretty cursed, yeah. I mean, yeah, so that is very much correct, Fran. the looks inside comparison to call it a ROM hack is correct. The reason why I'm even calling it a rando is because it would just be using the tools developed by the randomizer community to make other randomizers and such. Or to make presets, I should say. The reason why that's a big thing is because making an actual ROM hack for Symphony of the Night is kind of a pain in the ass when like all of the tools to modify the game already exist with the randomizer stuff. So why not just use the randomizer? So long story short, it's easier to make a ROM hack using the randomizer than it is to just make a ROM hack on its own. Hence why so many randomizer stuff ends up feeling like ROM hack stuff. Yeah, all the different presets are basically just ROM hacks with the randomizer on top of it as a, oh shit, let's go. As just a way to produce it easier. We'll kill Succubus because we're already here. I don't think Succubus is going to be a progression thing. Most likely isn't. Oh, I don't have enough mana. Yeah, the Nightcore remix of this song goes crazy. There we go. Cheating? It's not cheating. It's just advancing the flow of time. Can I not? Dude, I'm so bad at quick grabs. I'm so bad at them. Hold on. The library card of legend. Exactly what I need. It's fine. I knew it couldn't be a library card, by the way. So basically, this is a Plando. Why did AutoMod hold that message? That's strange. Kind of?
Mother!
Yes, it is a kind of a Plando, because not literally every item and relic has been planned out. The relic locations have been hard-coded to specific locations to try and create the longest possible randomizer chain. And he failed. He failed to keep me from skipping progression. Ha! Fuck. Ha! Fuck. Ha! Take that. Soul Steel, I'll never be able to use it, by the way. I'll never have enough MP to use it, but it was cool to quick grab it, so. I'm thinking of creating a Plando that is essentially a, that requires a puzzle solution, which I think could be cool. I've tried making Soten puzzles in the past, and people weren't too interested in them. But this is a long time ago. I think nowadays it might be something I could throw out there. Whoa. Yeah, it was a long time ago, and I think it was one of those things where you have to put in a lot of time and effort to create a good, solid puzzle using Soten's mechanics, to be honest. And I don't think the puzzle I created ended up being that interesting, all things considered. It was just kind of my first idea, given flesh. Huh? There wasn't even anything up here? Oh man. I got bamboozled. Oh well. You have to make sure there aren't ways to break it. Yeah. I think the ways you would have to make sure that the puzzle can't get broken is you'd have to heavily restrict what items can even spawn. And also possibly restrict where they spawn. But I'm not 100% sure on that second one. You probably would have to do it to a certain degree, but... everything that's left is just flight checks, so let's just go do all the flight checks. Not much else we can do. Yeah, let's go hang out with All Rocks and see what he's up to. You know what would have made this more painful if you turned on the clock cycle? I did. The clock cycle was indeed on. Yo, Mana Prism? Honestly, might as well. Like, I'm not going to get more value out of these. Really? I shouldn't be using Wolf Movement. It just costs too much mana. Honestly, I should also just turn off Keep of Zoe now that I think about it. What the hell is going on? Why is auto mod smart detection? What did you say in your message that wouldn't be allowed? I'm on Twitch. I'm trying to tier 3 sub. I think you have to click the subscribe button and then go under like options or something like that. Also, if you're on mobile, I would recommend using the actual website and not the mobile app, because the mobile app is going to charge you more money for your sub. So if you're on a web browser, I think you just have to click the subscribe button and look at options. Otherwise, use that website, that link right there that Nintendo Hunter just posted. It is insane that the mobile apps still charge extra for this shit. So, fuck Twitch for making mobile apps sub more expensive. That's not a Twitch thing. That's a Google and Apple thing. To be fair, I don't think Twitch is like gives a fuck. But that's not a Twitch issue. Every single product that you use via the App Store is more expensive than the web version because they have to charge more in order to get the same amount of profit, essentially. That's just how it works. Like, literally anything that you buy via the Google or Apple Store is 30% more expensive, like, by default. Like, there's a lot of things you can blame Twitch for and complain about Twitch for. That ain't one of them. No, if Twitch ran their own storefront, they would have it be the same price on their own storefront. They would just argue that, like, market conditions or some other excuse to make it the same price. Because you don't need to make your product more competitive when you could just have the margins increased. Like, I'm not trying to say that Twitch is the good guy here, by any means. Like, they would absolutely gouge people regardless if they could. It's just in this one scenario, the gouging is not being done on their behalf. Yeah, better off going to Patreon. Technically, yes. The best way to support is always through Patreon because they take the least amount of a cut for any sort of online support stuff. They want to cut, yeah, for being a digital landlord. Yeah, we can't do Silver Ring yet. So we do these flight checks, and then we can do Fire Bat. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love to complain about Twitch and their dogshit infrastructure. But I'm not going to make up reasons to hate on Twitch, for sure. Digital landlord sounds like a slur. Listen, it's just an apt description of what's going on. What's going on? We. Oh. I guess the other problem with Leapstone is you can technically Flea Ladder if you want to put anything here, but I guess you just avoid putting stuff here. Yeah. Isn't the best option to donate directly? Well, you can't directly donate unless you have my, like, bank info, I guess. If you want to just directly wire me cash, I guess. Or if you, like, meet me in person and just, like, hand me a $100 bill, that technically would do it. But no, processing fees via, like, PayPal or whatever still are, they take more than just subscribing on Patreon. Yeah, I'll give you my socials and all that.
Alucard, what are you doing, man?
Thank you very much, Teamster, for the 8 months. Yeah, no, the economics of sending streamers money is very interesting. I think Patreon and maybe Ko-Fi are like the two that take the least amount. I've never looked into Ko-Fi personally. I've heard that it's probably way better than a lot of other alternatives, and I should look into it at this point. It's low-key malpractice of me not to. But I already use Patreon for a lot of stuff. So there are logistical reasons why I do not just give people a Venmo or a Zelle or a Cash App, because those have to be tied to your human information that would then allow people to essentially dox me. So for safety reasons, streamers don't do that. Or at least they shouldn't. Realistically, even PayPal can do that, which is another reason why PayPal is a scummy-ass, shit-ass website. But that's neither here nor there. All we have left to do is entrance. Literally, that's it. We've done every other check except Castle Entrance.
No! This game sucks ass! It's so terrible! Ah!
Fuck. I can't do that. Ozark, thank you very much for the prime. I appreciate you. Do we know what percentage Buy Me a Coffee takes? I have no clue. That's one that I don't know of a lot of people using, so. I was figuring there was a level of separation since you, I believe, can register Zelle under a pseudonym of a business. That I'm not sure of. And also, I don't know of the legality / tax implications of doing something like that. Because that's the other thing is you know, as much as everyone loves to meme about streamers not paying their taxes, you do get taxed on the income that you make via direct, like, money being sent to you. So you need to have a platform that has a mechanism for allowing for that. Unless you just want to do it illegally, which is like, I don't know. It's $10.99, isn't it? Well, it depends on where you get your money and what percentage you get your money from. I don't know if money being sent through Zelle would be tracked under a $10.99 or not. I'm going to be honest with you. Because I don't think Zelle sends you a bank statement, or sorry, a tax statement at the end of the year. Maybe they do. Because I know that Patreon does, I know Twitch does, I know PayPal does, YouTube does. I'm not a tax expert by any means. I'm just a person who pays taxes. Look, the Twitch subs are there because it's convenient. And as long as I keep Partner Plus, the split that I get is much better than it would be otherwise. So, at the end of the day, I'm not stoked about the situation where Twitch takes 30%, but they don't always take 30% technically. They take 30% of the first $5 for sub revenue. So if you sub at tier 3, it's like I still get like 93% of the money or whatever the math works out to, which is very similar to Patreon at that point. So subbing at tier 3 is not that different from subbing to the Patreon. It's just the other methods of support on Twitch are less effective. You get commission on... It's technically... I don't know how... It's not commission on bits, because bits are something that you buy on your back end, and then when you spend them on a streamer, the streamer just gets the full amount. So it just depends on the amount that you... Like, however much you spent on the bits is, like, a surcharge. And then if you spend 100 bits, I just get $1. And then that money ends up getting taxed, obviously, but, you know. Sovereign citizen? Hold on, you're telling me I could just say that I don't, I exist as a business entity outside of the laws of the United States or whatever the fucking dumb loophole that they try and pull that shit on? Now you're talking. All right, we're an hour and a half in. We broke logic. And we just now found gravity boots. Yeesh. I ain't feeling good about this one. Now, we've had boots for a while. Yeah, I guess we just go through... We just do the Richter 80% route to get to Castle Keep. I think that's the fastest thing we can do. If it's friends and family for a $9,000 pizza, how can anyone tax that? Now you're talking. Hold on. So that's called tax fraud. Look, talking to Twitch chat about tax advice is definitely very fun, and I love to do it because you guys are so smart and you're all experts in the field. But I don't want you guys giving away all the good secrets is all. Yeah. I always just simplify it to Patreon is the best option because it is the best option that I currently have available. It's also incredibly low maintenance for both the people using it and me. Ah. And then Twitch tier 3 is probably the second best. It also helps a lot because it helps with the... So, Twitch tier 3 is great because it also helps me get and maintain Partner Plus the entire time, which just means more money via anybody else who subscribes on Twitch. So Twitch tier 3 is also very good. If Rule 34 is so good, why isn't there a Rule 35? There is? Huh? Rule 34 too? Google, look up Rule 34 Sonic inflation so I can understand the economics of the situation better. No, seriously, I do it all the time. Don't admit to tax crimes in my stream, please. You're joking, right? You're legally speaking, I think Teamster is joking because nobody would commit tax crimes here. Dude, shut the fuck up. What is wrong with you? Legally speaking, this is a joke. Everyone here is joking. Nothing can be said in a court of law or used against us in a court of law in this joking parody manner. Ah! Yeah, keep that off. And holy glasses, go. Richter's so green. There are LG monitors that install spyware on your PC if it's connected to it. Huh? Yeah, thank you, AC Girl, over on YouTube. Appreciate it. They're just allowed to do that? Oh, you know what? God damn it, I'm so... There we go. Double quick grab. I've redeemed myself. They're 3 years old to new. When connected to the PC, install an installer without asking, then gives you spam pop-ups. Wait. So these are 3-year-old monitors that people are just now figuring out have... Or am I misreading that? They're always recording. What? Okay, cool. They're just now doing it? Like an update went live, or it was like a timed thing? What the fuck? It's like, okay, here's my question, right? When you do this as a company, are you just so self-absorbed that you think no one's gonna care? Or like you're like, don't worry, the lawsuits that we surely endure and all of the negative press and bad will that we earn with the consumers will not lead to anything bad? And also, why now? That means they didn't gain any benefit for doing it for 3 years until now? What's the point? Genuinely, at this point, it's like either there is some insane amount of money available for doing this that I'm unaware of, or it's just evil just to be evil. It's all about the data. I feel like getting data is not that hard these days. Like, you don't need to go through that many hoops. But I surely must just be wrong about it. I'm underestimating how much money you make from selling data. It just feels like evil for evil's sake at this point. It's also like, how do you even rationalize that to consumers once that shit comes out? Welcome to the dystopia. I mean, we've been in it for a while, but I don't know, man. Fuck every company, I guess. Yeah. I mean, if only there was some really smart, handsome guy with a beard who thought about a different means of organizing society. Damn. If only. Because that shit would probably go crazy right about now. Probably, maybe, theoretically. Yeah, David Letterman. Oh. Also, talking about Symphony of the Night and how easy it is, look at my HP value right now. I'm level 1, and I have 190 HP. I'm just pointing that out as well. So Symphony of the Night is an easy video game. Is there a way for me to hit this from here? I don't think so. Not with the stuff that I have. Maybe if I use like all my throwing stuff, but whatever. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, the combo. Bro, can you fuck off? 8. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ah! Oh, hell yeah, silver ring. Of course it was going to be here. It couldn't have been anywhere else. Oh, I'm zipping through the wall! No! Okay, we're good. Don't worry, that's normal. It happens. What the hell? That's just how the game is. Don't worry about it. Soten doesn't like that room, so it just zips you sometimes. Oh my god, is this our first karma coin? Am I insane for thinking that? Let's go. We needed this. Chat, we needed this. Perfect game with 0 flaws. It is the greatest video game ever made. I passed one up earlier. See, that one was going to be Tails, though, so I had to skip it. Force of Echo, wow. For the culture, for the people, I had to skip it. That offset gets me every time. There is a way to intentionally cause it to happen, but you have to do some like wing smash shenanigans to get the correct subpixels or whatever it is to do that zip. I mean, I'm grabbing all of these like attack potions and stuff. Will I end up using them? Probably not. So I'm fairly certain that it's going to want us to go into the library to do the one check we can do. If I had to guess. It'll probably give us like a random Vlad or something. What flavor would attack potions be? Fruit punch for sure. Like that super sugary, insano fruit punch that fucking kills you. So why do these guys do so much damage? I have fucking God's Garb on, huh? What in the hell? They're insane. I guess I'll Mournblade it just to survive, because I'm a baby. I guess that attack just does a shit ton of damage. The more you know. I can't even one-shot the goddamn schmooze. Ooh. Huge damage boost. Ooh, the Ring of Favor. You schmooze, you lose. So true. These checks are not going to be relics, but I just want to do it in many ways. Because why not? All right. What flavor do you think the power of Sire is? Glass. Yummy. Yeah, it's orange, Julius. Nothing. Oh, fuck. Hold on. No, I have to be closer. There it is. Huge. Huge time save, I know. I mean, I just need to be practicing them. I do plan to go back to any percent at some point. Because, one, my world record probably won't stay a world record for long. I have no clue what Advent's been up to personally, but yeah. Our times are 1 second apart right now. Puppet Master plus Skeleton Ape seems to be faster than Backdash Cancel in my testing. Interesting. I'll have to look at that. Mind Over Magic. That does sound quite interesting. But yeah, GG's on the Donisara rando. I'll have to find a way to catch up.
Owned by weed.
Yo, Sergio. Thank you for the gifted sub to Mind Over Magic. Enjoy. Are we sure Advent's all out of chewing gum? Because I'm in trouble as soon as that's the case. Bro, can a guy explode more than this? I've never seen a man explode more than that. Yo, what up, David? How's it going? Doing well. We're playing the world's most convoluted randomizer. We did get to skip a little bit of the logic, which is nice. And it did probably save us like 10 minutes, unironically. But 10 minutes in a already 2-hour-long seed, you know. How much does that really save? Only God knows. There's nothing we can do here because we don't have mist for the checks here, so we just got to go. And depending on what's at reverse Alucard's room, matters quite a bit, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think that is a check in logic. I could do the wolf run here, maybe. Nope, I cannot. Just kidding. Dude, being level 1, the MP part of being level 1 is the worst part for sure. The Sega elevator does not work in the reverse castle. Nope. That is a first castle exclusive. If it did work in the reverse castle, that would be cool. But unfortunately, that is not the case. I'll grab the dynamite. Why not? While I'm here, I'm going to try and do a reverse Alucard. Oh, shit! That's nice. Just some more damage while we're at it. What the hell? My explosion. Meal ticket! Hell yeah! So glad it wasn't an icky, sticky, gross library card. Gross. Ew, I would hate to be able to teleport to the library right now. Yuck. Check if it's shiitake. Nah. Only high quality ingredients here. Alright, show me what you got. Tooth of blood. Okay, well, that's something. I'm pretty sure this check, it still shows up on the tracker, but this check doesn't exist. I think it was changed to be reverse alu cart. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Try again. No! My quick grab success rate is going down. It was, yeah. One of these days, the tracker will get updated to fix that. One of these days. Let me just get all my MP back real quick. Just to make sure I can make it through here. Yeah. Miso does go crazy. Not gonna lie. A nice miso soup. Big fan. Whoa! Love the time speed. Well, me and Kronos, we go way back, so he helps me out on occasion. I have fixed it, but it reverts for some reason. Well, then it doesn't sound like you fixed it. That to me sounds like excuses. Nah, it's chill. I've come to accept it at this point. What check is that? Hold on, am I stupid? Yes, we can't do that. We can't do that. That's that. Okay, cool. Just double checking. Ooh! Cock laser. Oh, no. Quick grab. Meal ticket. Every time I see the meal ticket, I'm like, oh my god! And then I'm like, wait, there can't be library cards. I forgot. Bonk. What makes this the worst possible rando seed? The relic locations are hard-coded to be as far apart as possible and to use the maximum number of complexity steps as possible. Long story short, it's just really annoying. I think the intended complexity chain is 14 steps long when the average randomizer is only like 8 at most. And like faster seeds will use like 6 complexity. That's like the simplified version of what's going on. It's not technically 100% accurate, but you know, it's close enough for understanding purposes. I'll save here. It was kind of a bitch to get up here. I probably don't need to save as much as I am, but yeah. If anything, this whole experiment has made me think about ways that I could make a more evil randomizer or just create a puzzle relic loadout situation. More quick grabs for the fans. Yeah, there's no warp rooms and there's no library cards, which also makes the seed last longer. Silver crown. Hell yeah. Okay. I don't want to jinx anything, but these dive kicks all landing are, it's insane. The odds of that happening is quite low. Okay, I didn't dive kick, so it doesn't count. There it is. Failing only one dive kick out of all of those is not bad, though. I would never beat off an AI unless I had to save humanity. Go. Rot Seal. Thank you very much for the 8 months. Consult the doctor. No, I'm good. What's a doctor going to tell me? Stop experiencing the seed for so long. It's not good for your health. Psh, whatever, man. What does a doctor know about medicine? Probably nothing, really. If you don't think about it too hard. Rib of Vlad. We're Vlading it up, folks. What is a doctor? I wouldn't worry about it. You'll learn about it when you're older. When you qualify for Medicare. Karma coin death for the swag? Yeah, why not? So we're looking for mist. It's probably mist into bat. Or rings into mist into bat or something. There's still plenty of steps left on the chain, that's for sure. Uh-oh, I'm out of mana. Thank you, Cassia. Use echolocation to find bat. Well, that's the problem, is I don't have bat to use the echolocation. They call that the catch-22, if you will. Alrighty. Let's coin flip this guy. Let's coin flip this guy for real now. Oh, I got 2 coins? Hold on, chat. First of all, coin number 1, activate. It's tails. It didn't even hit him. Shaking my SMH. We'll do another one. Let's extend the timer on this one. I'll give it a 5-minute timer. You guys got more time to gamble now. While I figure out what I'm gonna do to this nerd. You know what? Look at my dad. There we go. Alright. And nothing. While you're gambling, I'm gonna be right back. Alright, we're back, and it is time for coin flip number 2. 3, 2, 1. Let's see it. It's always tails, y'all. Every coin is tails. That's right. I played 0.2 minutes of Sonic the Hedgehog at GDQ, and suddenly every single coin flip is tails. No, please, streamer. No, I bet everything I had. I'll never financially recover from this. Well, now that that's all over, we still got like probably another hour and a half of this randomizer. No shot! We're so back! Chat, you know what this means. You can win it all back! Right here, right now! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Mr. President, a third coin is flipped. Shit. We're gonna have to backtrack once we find a demon card as well. Oh, well. 250K on it? What the hell? The economy in this channel will forever be changed. One way or another. We're either creating a possible channel points millionaire, or someone's about to be out on the streets. I still have well over 1 million. Yeah, but you don't need to flex, you know? I mean, I guess you can. No one's stopping you. But yeah, reverse spike breaker is a thing, huh? I don't know what the logic is for reverse spike breaker, to be honest with you. Can I do this? I wonder if I have enough potions and such. I also don't know if this is in logic or not. My guess is probably no. There we go. That's not difficult at all. Whew. Not scared, not even for a second. Also...
I'm in gay baby jail!
No, this is just the other side of the spike room, you see. Crown Software, thank you very much for the year of subbing. Very much appreciate the tier 1. Yeah, I was going to point out the piss skeletons. The yellow bloody skeletons and the white bloody skeletons. What were they trying to say? Because bloody skeletons... Or I guess they're... Are they just called red skeletons? What are they called in this game? Merman statue. There's 800K on this coin flip. That's just another day in the office. Regardless, what I'm trying to say is the red skeletons, the red is meant to signify blood, right? A sort of bodily fluid. What did they mean by the yellow one and the white one? If red is blood... Green one? I mean... Humans produce fluids that are green as well. Who's to say? Various humors of the body. Ah, yes, they subscribe to that totally true, totally real medical theory. Good old bile theory. And that's just a theory. A cum theory. What? MatPat, what are you doing? You've been gone from game theorists for a long time. Why'd you come back just to say that? You guys think the Pope ever played Undertale before he died? Like, for real, though? Or do you think he just watched a Let's Play online and said he played it? Which Pope? The one that died most recently? That had a copy of Undertale? At the very least, I should say, the one that was known to have a copy of Undertale? Elon Musk, that he paid someone to play Undertale for him. I just think it would be really funny if the Pope was like super into Undertale, but he never actually played it himself. AKA most Undertale fans. Hey, Waka Waka. Hold on, this is commentary about fandom. Is Dragon Blitz gatekeeping fandom? Did I save? I'm gonna save. I'm about to get some hate mail. Listen, I kid. Because there are definitely some things that I am a fan of that I've never experienced firsthand. It's fine. It happens. We live in a world of secondhand experience media. You guys are secondhand experiencing my playthrough of Soten right now. It's normal. It's just how it works now. And intending to gatekeep or create some sort of hierarchy of legitimacy within fandom, first of all, shouldn't exist. Fandom itself really just shouldn't exist. Second of all, okay. If you gave me a bad pattern there, that would have sucked. If you're pissing off the Undertale fandom, you're doing something right. No, you're just doing something. What do you mean? And he's dead now. No, I just think the concept of fandom around media in current age is just a little, how you say, cringe? Like, even myself, I wouldn't necessarily, like, there are people who engage in Castlevania fandom. I am not one of those people. I am a fan of Castlevania in the sense that I like playing the games. And I enjoy what they have offered me as a medium both for play and, you know, self-expression. But I think there is a capital F fandom that exists with different properties and IP that I cannot, you know what I mean? Thing popular, bad, grr. Yeah. So I'm not saying that fandom is bad by any means. I don't want to point the finger and say if you. I think I might have said fandom probably shouldn't exist. And what I mean by that is the most extreme experiences of fandom probably are not healthy. However, the way that most people experience it and engage with it is probably at worst harmless. So for that reason, I don't really care. But if you've ever experienced a fandom so much so that you thought to yourself, maybe death threats are viable here because someone doesn't think the same way I do about a piece of media, you know, I think that's a moment for like just taking a step back. That's all. And honestly, that's very controversial of me to say, I know. Yeah. I do think we also live in a world where the loudest, most insane parts of the internet are the parts that people engage with. And then people make an assumption that more people are agreeing with the loud, insane parts than actually exist. It's the whole Twitterification of the internet in general. Like how people assume like, oh, dude, everyone's talking about this. And meanwhile, it's like a Twitter thread with like 50K likes or something like that. And then you realize that 50,000 people, one, there's a lot of bots. And two, it's not that many people in the grand scheme of things. Oh, sorry, I'm allergic to nerds. Ugh. Thank you. Yeah, I'm allergic to nerds and geeks and freaks and I don't know. This joke's not worth making. I'm just trying to fill dead air. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. You want to see something cool that I only know about because I'm a giant fucking nerd? The dog can swim! Whee! There's that. Cannot do that check yet because I need demon card. Need mist for those two. Oh, shit, I forgot one. We gotta turn around. Thankfully, we're close enough that we can get it. Toxicity is rewarded by the algorithm. Yeah, how do you guys think that I'm got so large as a creator? I'm clearly very toxic. Honestly, I am going to put on the Blood Cloak. It just has better utility. Because I don't want to lose my stopwatch, but also the ability to gain hearts via taking damage is nice. Saber, I hardly know her. Yeah, I feel like the opposite of fanaticism is probably contrarianism, right? And like the epidemic of contrarianism on the internet has been around for a very long time, but it's never slowed down. Being a contrarian on the internet is like, AKA being Reddit. So, whoa. I assumed you got so large from your regular Southern American diet. Fran, Alex didn't need to be. That one's just mean. No, Alex was referring to my stream getting so large and then making a joke that way. Alex is fine here. This is one of the rare moments where I have enough salience, I should say, to understand where the joke was. It could have been worded better, for sure, to avoid any confusion, but I'm wagging my finger anyways. Yeah, I think it's finger wag worthy for sure. It's one of those where it was just like constructed quickly in Twitch chat. Oh no. Ah! Ah! Alright, we're fine. Thank God I have... How much health? 230 health! I am level 1! Symphony of the Night is a hard video game. Some people think. I'm literally level 1! I should have turned on one-hit KO mode. Granted, we'd be here for 10 million years, but... It's such an absurd way to increase the difficulty of the game. Because it's not a difficulty slider, it's a difficulty cliff. When you turn the game into one-hit KO mode. But, like any other option, the game is still just too easy. Yeah, Alucard shield is over here. Yeah, I need impossible challenge settings, exactly. Mother. The fish isn't upside down, we are. Have I done a blindfolded speedrun? Not really. I've messed around with playing the game blindfolded, but not full speedruns now. But if Sestrin's still in the chat, Sestrin currently has the world record for any percent blindfolded for Symphony of the Night. It's one of those things where I don't gain a lot of enjoyment out of playing the game blindfolded the few times I've tried it on stream. I enjoy the interaction with chat too much. As you can tell, I'm constantly freaking yapping all the damn time. So, of course, it would make sense that my yapping ass doesn't want to take a moment to not look at the chat. These guys are immune to fire? I feel like that's something I should know, but I very rarely come over here. Very cool. Oh, I almost got cock lasered. Is it the wargs? Are they also immune to fire? Or is it them with the armor on? Let's find out. For science. Yep. Just checking. Fire warg is in their name. I know. Fire demons aren't immune to fire. And fire is in their name. This is when I find out that fire demons are immune to fire, and I'm like, wait, what? Huh? Since when? Guy who's been playing this game every day, fucking since he was a literal child. But to be fair, there's 10 million things to know about this game. You expect me to remember all of them all the time? It is very funny that these guys are affected by the stopwatch. That's another thing that I didn't know. That's one of those things that, like, how often are you running through every single room in the game with a stopwatch? Got him. Oh. It's a fun little interaction. Yeah, we can't do the reverse jewel sword yet. We just got to keep going. Trying to bark at the enemies to preserve MP because this game is silly. Not the 11 cloak. Guy with dyslexia reading Elven for the first time. Beloathed is a top tier word. It's not bad. Quick grab. We should probably do... Yeah, I'll turn around and do it. Reverse Forbidden Route is awkward, which makes me think there's going to be something here. And all of the progression relics so far have been in really awkward spots. They didn't need to put these little pillars, by the way. It'd be fun if I was able to just, you know, shield dash across this whole thing, but no. Oh, it's because they had to hide the little freaking spikes. The spike traps. Of course, of course. How could I be so foolish? Show me the relic. Yeah. Of course, of course. I can now turn around and do Alchemy Lab the reverse way from here. I think it's probably faster. I'm not sure, though. There's going to be a little bit of backtracking. But a little bit of backtracking, it's good for your bones. It's good for your soul, your heart, your bones, your arteries. Your bile, even. It's how you get the good bile. And not any of that bad bile. You have to balance your humors or whatever. All right. Let's go this way. I don't know what was just spoken. Me neither, man. The art of being a streamer is the art of saying nothing for hours at a time. And yet people are meant to be enthralled by it. Or at the very least, tolerant of it as they put you up on their second monitor while they pretend to do work. 'Tis the nature of the beast. Mother. No. Quick grab. First try, Lamau. Yeah, I think we just save here. I mean, whatever. I'm not save splitting at this point. I could have been using save splits more effectively to go a little bit faster, but it's fine. Would I like a remaster of this game? I'm fine without one, personally. I think one of the things that I do want to say, Slayer, your question is by no means invalid or whatever, but I do think it is funny that you're asking the guy who's currently playing the game now if he wants to see it remade. Because to me, it's funny because I'm already playing the game. You would probably want to ask somebody who's not playing the game if they want a remaster. Because they're the ones that don't play the game. And perhaps they would be waiting for a remaster in order to actually play the game. Me, on the other hand, I just play the game. So whether there's a remaster or not, I'm playing the game. Huh? That's all the Vlads? Oh yeah, we skipped a ton of progression. Dude, we probably saved like an hour. Because I think the intended progression probably is there's a missing ring somewhere, which leads to mist, which leads to bat, which leads to using freaking echo somewhere. Force of echo, or yeah. And then, because we found cube behind spike breaker, so the early spike breaker location check was 100% worth it. Don't forget the coin flip. We'll save it for Dracula. Thank you for reminding me, though. Actually, Easy Seed, yeah. This Soten developer thought I couldn't speedrun his quote-unquote worst seed ever, not clickbait? Yeah, no, I'm definitely... This could be way worse, for sure. This could be so evil. And to be fair, if I forced all relics as a win condition, this would be very evil. But yeah. Not just sub 3 hours, sub 2.5. That's massive. Yeah, I'm going to be finishing this way faster than I expected. I thought this would take like 4 hours. And I think if I played it the intended way, it would be close to 4 hours, for sure. But we must have skipped a ton of progression. Clearly. I think the jewel, or sorry, the spike breaker location early with the iframes probably saved us over an hour. Unironically. The early wolf probably also saved us like 10 minutes. Because it means that we got to skip doing the reverse, or not reverse, but the chapel, no, sorry, caverns backtracking. The caverns backtracking is really bad. All right, let's just get strong as fuck real quick and then kill this guy. Show me my, nope, not throw two, I wanted two hand, sorry. Show me my Yasasuna. And yeah, that's max damage. World record pace? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's tried to do a faster speedrun of this. The thing is that the relics are always in the same location, so you could metagame this once you play it once. You just know where every relic is and then route around that. Coin flip. Yeah. I got you. And it's tails. I told you guys it's only tails today. And the one coin flip that we skipped earlier also would have been tails, so. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth trying to, like, actually speedrun these. Since the relics are always the same, you could try and get, like, a really good time. Because you can definitely beat it faster than 2.5 hours, but...
Soul of my mother no more.
Not bad, not bad.
How?
I'd have to write down all of the relic locations, but glitchless, you could definitely beat this faster, for sure. I think a big deal for sure is also finding the stopwatch, because the stopwatch is randomized every time as well, it seems. So, I don't know. Very interesting. And if you enjoyed this playthrough of me destroying the world's hardest, worst possible rando seed, like, comment, subscribe, and join the live streams over on twitch.tv/DragonBlitz so you can watch me do these live. And I'll see you next time, YouTube. Have a good one. Bye-bye.